Have you ever had the intrusive thought enter your mind that Risk of Rain 2 would be better if it were a social deduction game? Well, apparently somebody did. I found a mod that assigns each player the role of either traitor or innocent at the start of each stage. Kind of like TTT or that other game that seems to be slipping my mind right now. Basically, the innocent players do what they always do. Try to charge the teleporter and reach the next stage. Except now they have to be on guard against each other, as someone amidst our group is trying to sabotage everyone else. That's right, one person is not who they appear to be. One of us is some kind of impersonator. The traitor's mission is to prevent the innocent players from advancing to the next stage at all costs. They're secretly chosen at random at the start of each stage, and if they manage to be the last one standing, they are declared the winner, and we move on to the next stage where we repeat the never-ending cycle of murder and betrayal ad infinitum. Or until everyone gets bored. Joining me on this outing are some guinea pigs, aka viewers, that I recruited from my Discord. I don't do stuff like this too often, but if it looks like something you'd want to get in on, feel free to join the Discord and sign up for announcements so you don't miss out. That plug aside, here were the house rules that I imposed upon everyone. In summary, we agreed to ban Loader and Railgunner completely, as well as Huntress's Ballista ability. There was inevitably going to be some broken combos by virtue of this being Risk of Rain 2, but spawning with the ability to safely one-tap anyone who had even a single tick of health missing felt like it was too much. After playing a couple rounds, we decided to disable the Survivors of the Void DLC completely because it made everyone's screen look like this all the time, and the other rules were kind of like any other social deduction game. Don't randomly kill people if you're innocent, and don't talk after you've died. With all that, let's get into what it was like to play this with a group of about 6 people. Actually, I'll just be candid here, it kinda sucked, and allow me to expedite the reasons why it sucked at an overwhelmingly fast pace. And yet, just beneath the cracks, the light of potential contained within this game mode shone through to me. Even with all the bullshit, there was still fun to be had. I think that's just the power of social deduction games in general. Doing a bunch of evil stuff to your friends and then boldly lying your way out of it is hard to make unsatisfying. Unfortunately for the flimsy narrative pretense of this video, I have to let the cat out of the bag early. The person responsible for this accursed mod, the one known as fat_rail, is actually my uncle. Okay, fine, it's me. I made it. Look, I'm sorry, but as soon as I pictured the thumbnail of this video in my head, I just couldn't help myself. However, by no means did I intend to half-ass this project and call it a day. I would give it at least 3/4 ass, and in the next version of this mod, I would address each and every issue that I mentioned previously until this vile concept festered and metamorphosed into something that satisfied my morbid curiosity. So, addressing the mentioned issues top to bottom, here were the changes I made. First, in regards to difficulty spikes, the answer was to simply subtract 1 from the stage clear count at the start of each round, since the difficulty scaling is directly tied to that number. Next, I had to rewrite a measly 90% of the code to allow for any number of traitors to exist in the lobby. This was probably the most game-changing aspect of this update. Addressing the player time to kill and incoming monster damage, I added 2 console commands that can tweak the base damage of every player or monster by a chosen percentage. We used this to increase player damage and decrease monster damage so that the focus is less on surviving the environment and more on fun things like killing people and lying. Since this mod relies on Artifact of Chaos to work properly, there was the issue of self-damage from AoE explosions, items like gasoline, and more, so I added another command to toggle self-damage and have it disabled by default. We used another mod called Content Disabler to turn off a bunch of problematic items as well, like the Genesis Loop, which can indiscriminately nuke every player at once. I'll put a list on screen of what we decided to take out, a list which is ultimately very subjective, and a lot of extremely powerful items made the cut because they caused meticulous and intentional eradication of fellow humans as opposed to the accidental kind. There were a few cries to ban head stompers as well, and I agreed they should be banned, however, I did not remove them because I kept forgetting.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, here go my bones! The snowball effect of dying early is already a problem in vanilla Risk of Rain 2 co-op, and is exacerbated immensely when it's also in someone's best interest to pick off the weakest player at the start of every round. The solution I came up with was a catch-up mechanic that removes or gives players items depending on how far above or below the average they are. This model of steal from the based and give to the cringe ensures that anyone who got shafted early would actually get to compete in future rounds, and item fiending is disincentivized since getting too far ahead can actually start to harm you at a certain point. Lastly, on Sky Meadow, the game will loop back to the first stage instead of going to the moon. As a bonus, I worked on a scoreboard that keeps track of kills, wins, and team kills as each roll, and added a UI window that can be toggled at any time to see your roll, and in the case of traders, your teammates as well. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm kind of like Inferno Plus, if he was a talentless hack. For our first few rounds, we were still playing with one trader, but already we can start to see the ramifications of the new balance tweaks. Take this for example. I have never seen a Risk of Rain 2 player so afraid to steal all the boss items. What's even better is that one of the fearless hoarders grabbed 3 of them, which meant I was below the average enough to roll a new item next stage, and ended up getting that red she tells you not to worry about. I didn't show the first 2 rounds, but Exu actually got Trader twice in a row before this, and after I see him damn near one-tap a man as Bandit, I realize it's him for a 3rd time in a row. Even with only 5 players, we should probably still have 2 traders because this man has not stood a chance on any of these rounds. And not for lack of gamer genes either, because he has more hours logged than all of us combined. Yet despite that, he is about to become the victim of a case study for why head stompers should be banned. One thing I loved was that even though monster damage was nerfed, sometimes a player would just get diced up by mobs out of nowhere and not say anything, and everyone just suspects the closest player. So, Morse definitely blew Exu the fuck up. Like, let's not even pretend that didn't happen.
I literally didn't.
I'll print the rest out for you.
I'm getting my build back. Let's go.
Fuck, I'm getting a headache.
Crap, ow.
Oh,
Well,
he's dead.
that's my
Alright, so are you gonna kill him?
I'll fight him, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna fight back because I'm not the
Okay,
trader.
that's fair then. Well, you can just let us charge
yeah,
this
we
then.
could just let you die.
Alright, I'll just be chilling over here.
So yeah, okay, so what's happening right now, this definitely wouldn't happen if there were 2 traders. So
Yeah.
I think that was the right decision to... Really? It was you,
Fuck.
Blazing? Were you
I was trying to
you
kill
try
you
and finish me right before I hit
Yeah.
it?
I told you.
This was my first trader round, and I flubbed it. I goofed real bad. Let the record show that I could have won, but opted not to use head stompers after what happened the other round because merely having it in my inventory made me feel the Risk of Rain equivalent of white guilt. Hubris also played a part because this was the first round with 2 traders and I thought we'd steamroll everyone anyways. As you will soon see, that did not happen. Everyone picked up a Dio's best friend except for me, which meant every other person could revive after death. This mod actually, by design, does not award a kill or a win if the player killed can still revive using Dios. This ended up mattering as I killed an innocent who immediately revived, which kind of shocked me because my goldfish brain had already forgotten about the teddy bears. Somehow my kill was so clean though that not only was I not even a suspect, I managed to shift the blame onto someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's hitting me.
Oh, let's go.
Who the fuck was? I think that was
here.
Toast. I'm killing Toast.
Literally meteorites. There are
I'm
meteorites. I did not shoot. I did not shoot.
think you
I'm
shot
not
him.
shooting
I
back.
think you shot him.
refuse to shoot back.
My next attempt at homicide was not so clean.
It's meaty. It's meaty.
It's not.
Yeah, he's just attacking me when we're both behind a rock. It's meaty.
Where is he?
Ah,
If I
he's
if I
trying to
wanted
kill
to
me.
kill you, I would have used Head Stomper. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure you just forgot Head Stomper existed, and now you're using that as an excuse.
I'll use it if
True.
you think I forgot.
You
Gosh
really
dang,
don't-
Please do not
Oh,
use it on me.
Take
Do
it
not
back.
stay
Take
me.
it back,
He's
Toast.
shooting at me.
Take
He's
it
shooting at
back.
me. He's shooting
That's
at me.
not me.
He's
That's
shooting
fucking
at me.
Exu shooting you, dude.
I was just being greedy.
What?
Okay,
I
I'm
just
killing
smoke
Exu.
bombed. What
Hey.
do you mean?
Meaty, you were shooting at me. Stop lying.
I would now like to make a formal apology for using Head Stompers, even though I said I wouldn't. I understand that many of you looked up to me as a beacon of virtue, and I betrayed that trust. Also, I just want to say that even though I 100% had the Genesis loop disabled, for some reason it still dropped from the boss. The text is even all grayed out. Toast Ghost, who was playing Rex, immediately intentionally dropped his health low enough to proc it, which evaporated the other trader and some poor random innocent. When the trader revived, he immediately blasted Toast, who had another Dio's best friend, then promptly got shredded by someone's brilliant behemoth. Despite the inventory screen blocking most of the action here, there is not much left to the imagination of this one-sided fucking. If this footage looks very chaotic and very blue, someone had the Jester of the Drowned Lunar item, making them spam meteorites the whole game. 10 stages seem to be around the threshold where the game completely stopped making sense, so that's what I set the round limit to before we would restart from scratch. For this round, the traders didn't make a move until the last possible moment. There was still a Dio's best friend in play, and you can hear the audible confusion in everyone's voice as they slowly come to terms with what happened, with the other trader even thinking the game might be bugged.
Huh? Hey! Die. How have you done so much damage?
Nice.
Let's go.
Flying.
Let's
I
go.
had the
I
Jade
got
Elephant
meaty.
up. What?
Here are the scores from that entire 10-round game minus the final round. I didn't remember to check the scoreboard for any of these next few games, so consider this a one-time luxury. Props to the man known as Morse for getting a perfect 10 wins, though seeing myself have 0 inno kills on my trader round, even after all the hard work I put in, kinda hurt, but luckily I learned how to cope with pain. From my dad. I chose Artificer this time instead of Commando because I thought Nanobomb would be really good for getting surprise burst damage on unsuspecting victims, and Ion Surge could boost me out of danger if I was being attacked close range. All of us were still in the process of figuring out which characters were actually viable in this game mode, which is why we all turned our collective heads in shock when one gamer heroically rose against the grain and bravely uttered the words, "Yeah, I'll play Engineer." He then collected 1,000,000 bustling fungus and made everyone unkillable, a detriment to whatever poor trader had to deal with having a teammate that couldn't fucking attack anyone. As I predicted, Artificer can dunk on people extremely fast. I got trader round 1, and the Inno I attacked didn't even have time to parse what was happening to him.
Like, yeah, like... Oh?
I did not see how he died. I think it was a fire elite. We had the exact same trader team next stage, and some wild shit happened here, so I'm just gonna let the footage play and explain what happened after. Dude, those mines are tracking to me. No, they're actually tracking to me. Help! I'm gonna fucking die!
What the fuck?
They are? Oh.
That's really funny. No, it is straight. Yeah.
I didn't
Oh
think
my
they
god,
would.
you guys outsmarted it. Holy shit.
I
didn't
did
think they would.
I did
Okay.
outsmart it. I didn't think it was possible to outsmart it.
Maybe if you, like, hit the owner of said mines.
I didn't touch him.
Oh?
So first of all, I did not mess with any code involving the teams of Vanilla Risk of Rain 2, and I don't think I damaged a gaming cookie here, so I have no idea why these landmines were out for my blood. But what I find way funnier is that right before I died, some Inno caught a stray nanobomb and just folded in half. We end up winning the round because, like I said, Engineer can only kill players by accident without the right loadout. But that Inno I killed last round would soon get his revenge.
I was gonna buy something.
I barely
tough,
Hits
eh?
and TP, it's kind of sus.
What? How?
Yeah, without any warning. You just hit
Because
it.
we've got no items to kill the boss. You want us to die to the boss?
Trust you, meaty. That is.
Dude,
You're
don't
laughing
fucking kill
about
him.
it too.
Well,
I killed him because I didn't trust him.
The fact
That's
that it just
fine.
cut out mid-sentence, it's gonna...
Obviously he was traitor, but the fact that nobody batted an eye at the excuse he gave proves you don't need a good excuse for murder. You just need any excuse. And then they won. And then I got traitor and completely fumbled the bag. Look, let's just skip to the part where I'm winning again. As much as I would like to say I helped this round, all I did was flub 2 assassination attempts and dodge accusations while my teammate played the role of janitor and cleaned up my mess for me. The next round, Toast Ghost tried melting me the exact same way he did on stage 3. Someone's burning me. It's Toast. It's Toast. It's Toast. I got away though because I have exclusively healing shit. Anyways, it's Toast. Okay, it's actually Toast. Oh, he's right on me. I'll just fucking kill him.
Get away from me.
He's almost dead. Let's go. I killed him.
No.
He was traitor.
I don't really know about that, Meaty. You seemed really, really eager to kill him.
You can not know about that, and you can come for my head, and I'll run away because I don't have anything against you.
Well...
Okay,
I feel
actually,
like
I can't
you're
run away from that. I can't
No,
run
I
from
feel
that.
like you're
He's about to kill me. He's about to kill me. I don't think I can live.
There's no way you're not it.
I'm sorry.
helping you, Exu.
I think it's Toast and you.
Yes. We may have won, but that was the moment where I noticed just how insanely strong multi can be with double rebar spam. And Ronald's ban boosted rebar damn near deletes half the cast in a single hit. One dynamic about this that I found really fun was how the items carrying over between rounds as the game went on fostered a competitive mindset where you were incentivized to screw over people who might technically be on your team now just to get ahead of them in future rounds. Sometimes arguments would even escalate to murder not over who was traitor, but over material greed. This says very little about society. I'm not very proud of this round because I screamed in confusion and accused the wrong person up to and including the moment I died, but I have to show my L's too because what if you guys think I'm just showing off?
Worrying about that.
What the hell?
Okay, I'm getting railgunned. I'm gonna get killed.
Wait,
Hold on.
what
Media,
the hell?
hold on,
Is
Media,
no one like worried about this?
Media, I'm coming to you. I'll give you my wood sprite.
No, I don't trust you. You're the fucking. Okay,
Bro,
you did heal
I'm
me.
coming to give you my wood sprite.
No, you're killing me!
No, that was Exu.
You
Exu did
honestly-
That
that.
was not me. I didn't shoot you.
And none of it ended up mattering because while the two traitors ganged up on the last innocent, he just sat in the colossal Venn diagram, gorging himself on the healing of 1,000,000 bungus from the engineer turrets, then casually walked up and hit the teleporter. On the topic of pathetic deaths, lay your eyes upon this absolute travesty. I was just walking along, minding my own business, when another player kills a nearby enemy and I catch a stray from a 10% molten perforator proc and get straight up fucking liquefied. And nobody even noticed that I died for like a whole minute. This round ends with the last Inno mowing down both traitors like animals with double rebar, in case I needed to supply a bit more justification for why we eventually banned double rebar. Unfortunately, on my next traitor round, I'm teamed up with the engineer player who couldn't harm a fly no matter how many turrets he pointed at it. It was basically a 1v3 and I was gonna have to play out of my mind to win. I figured I might be able to do good damage with the crowdfunder being turned explosive thanks to Brilliant Behemoth, but all I managed to do was blow my cover early and try to sweep it under the rug with one of the worst speech checks I've attempted in recent memory.
Yo,
Whoa,
can you
whoa,
just
whoa,
do something?
Meaty, stop that.
Stop what?
Meaty is targeting me with his crowdfunder from across the map.
I don't have that item.
That's
You
not a
literally
lie.
just-
You literally do. You can see it.
But where I rolled a 1 in Charisma, I made up for with a nat 20 in Luck. And now that I'm at such an extreme disadvantage, I have absolutely no qualms abusing this broken item to its fullest extent.
And then just kill Meaty.
I hit
This
me
fucking
2-1.
blows. Yes, that did in fact kill him through the wall. I end up 1v1ing Exu the old-fashioned way, pelting him with a barrage of exploding coins while the other Inno launched rebars across the map at me. Unfortunately for him, he isn't able to stop me from Scrooge McDucking his teammate to death, and then it was only us two remaining. And oh my god, this fight went on for so long. This guy for some reason did not care about hitting the teleporter and was moving way too fast for me to chase him down. It wasn't long until he started getting cocky as well.
Fall damage has done more to me than you have, Meaty.
That's really harmful to my confidence. I don't know why you felt the need to tell me that. I don't know how to close this distance between us, to be honest. It might just go on like this forever.
Well, that's unless if I charge in, but, you know, I'm feeling kind of relaxed back here. I don't think I'll charge in.
I'm not trying to camp.
Neither am I. I'm kind of just running around, and what happens, happens. Ooh, you blocked it.
Easy.
Oh.
Lamau.
No! Oh my god, that was such a good match,
Damn.
dude. Honestly, that was entertaining.
And for the final round, I felt a very familiar, warm sensation on my back.
Launched when I barely touched
Toast.
it. I tipped. Toast, you want to talk about that?
Talk about what?
Now, this next segment is objectively the most important part of the video, so I'm gonna need you to pay very close attention. Just kidding. I was gonna put a tier list segment here where I rank every character's viability when it comes to this mod, but it ended up just being an 8-minute pace breaker with basically no payoff. I already finished it though and don't want to trash it, so it'll go up as a member exclusive video later today. Over the next few days, I'll also post some of the longer uncut matches that we played for members only, so if that sounds appealing or you just want to support the channel, you can click the join button below. I promise I won't spend the money on drugs. Unless they'll help me make videos faster. For the last game I'll be showing, I chose to play as Huntress. She would have been undoubtedly one of the strongest characters, but we banned her ballista ability after seeing it almost fully kill Power Tool Multi with a single volley. She ends up not being particularly strong, but still playable. The auto-targeting can be really finicky when a player jumps in front of a volley of arrows right as you shoot, but this also gave plausible deniability whenever I was actually a traitor, so it's a decent trade-off. This first round is one of those aforementioned traitor rounds. I'm glad my teammate initiated most of the fights because all I had to do was talk over their victims' desperate screams and give chase if they escaped. And here is the opposite end of the spectrum, where my teammate doesn't do any work whatsoever and just lets the Innos hit the teleporter. I always love seeing someone pick up a Dio's best friend because nobody is ever ready for it. Morse and I already knew who the traitors were, but still got owned anyways by Acrid's 0-second bite cooldown thanks to the purity item he had. And just when everyone thought it was over...
Haha, you thought I was gone!
I
Surprise!
forgot he has BOs.
Exactly. My comeback starts now.
Round 4 was pretty uneventful, except the part where I recycled and stole a guaranteed red drop from Morse despite him begging everyone not to. After I was murdered for my crimes, he and the other traitor went on to kill all but the last Inno, who survived long enough to hit the teleporter and die right after. As much as I'd like to say it's intentional that both teams get the win in this scenario, the Inno team can actually win twice if all traitors die and they hit the teleporter right after. I knew this was an issue and didn't fix it before because I'm lazy, but it is fixed now. This next round I don't want to talk about a lot, because I lost, but I think it highlights something that's a bit of an issue for when someone starts to get really stacked on movement items and can literally run laps around everyone else. We ended up losing to the untouchable man. Not only that, but he had the gall to steal an item from me later while I was waiting to recycle it. I told him he could rectify this misjustice by clicking the subscribe button down below so he won't miss out on any future uploads on this channel, but he politely declined. Don't make me do this to you, too. Now, the problem with immediately murking an innocent player like this in broad daylight is, now that it's a 2v2, and since I'm the only player who has done anything evil, the paranoia starts to mount, suspicion gets cast, and none of what ends up happening ever makes any sense. Well, now it's a 2v2, so I'm even more suspicious if anyone comes near me.
Bought it.
Okay, so Meaty, you're claiming that you're innocent.
Okay, I'm gonna kill you first, Morse.
You killed Exit, now you're blaming.
Gaming
Morse.
Cookie trusts me. Stay back, stay back, stay back.
I'm innocent. I'm just chilling on my own.
I have no move speed.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
Cookie,
sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's the other two. Oh,
Okay, I got Blazing, he was traitor.
I don't trust either of you now.
Okay. You don't, hey?
If either of you come towards me, I will kill you. I just
Good,
want my chest. All right,
We don't have to come towards you. Let's go find the teleporter.
I just want this chest, alright?
Ooh, hold the phone.
Oh.
Hehehe. Where is the teleporter?
I'm aware of where it is.
Okay, and where? Oh wait, obviously you wouldn't tell me.
If I can't determine which one of you is the traitor,
It's neither
why
of
don't I
us.
just kill you both?
You know, you don't have to go through these mental gymnastics. We were both going to attack you anyways. Also, watch out above you. Cookie, he's above us. Get out of line of sight.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Hear about that? Well, you're hiding behind that rock, Meaty.
I'm not hiding anywhere.
I'm pretty sure you are.
Alright, I'm going to go back to the boss then.
Oh, so Meaty, turns out you
Gaming,
weren't a
what are you
traitor.
doing?
What? Now, when I see that I somehow have to win a traitor round with Rex as my partner, I figure it's over, but thankfully, Risk of Rain 2 can be real chaotic, and all it takes for one melee character to accidentally delete another is for both to jump on the boss at the same time and just button mash. And nothing short of having 2 random deaths would have won us the round, but here we are. Same thing happened again immediately, except this time Exu was actually a traitor and we won by hitting the teleporter. I'm realizing as I write this sentence that was the final round, and while it really is a flaccid note to go out on, I don't know, tough shit I guess. If you want to try this mod yourself, I'll leave a link to the download page in the description, as well as a code for the full mod pack we used, which includes the banned items. Beware though, user friendliness was the least of my priorities during development, and there are still a couple game-breaking bugs, so please consult the readme if you have issues. I genuinely tried fixing all major bugs before releasing this video, but I figure if a game like Halo Infinite can still soft lock me when I join custom lobbies after 2 years, surely this level of polish is acceptable from me as well. If by any chance you, the viewer, have experience developing Risk of Rain 2 mods and want to help me make this thing slightly less dog shit, please reach out on Discord or email or wherever. Anyways, I guess what I've been trying to say this whole video is... Simple Flips, can I play Trouble in Terrorist Town with you guys?